We are going to move on to talking about non-communicable diseases. And first of all, we're going to discuss the factors that make you more prone to disease, the risk factors. There are many risk factors for disease, including the genes you inherit from your parents and your age, which you cannot change or control. However, there are risk factors that you can control, and these include aspects of your lifestyle like smoking, drinking, exercise levels, and your diet. Substances that are present in the environment or in your body, such as ionizing radiation, UV from the sun, or secondhand tobacco smoke if you live with a smoker, for example. Causal mechanisms. Scientists often see similarities in the patterns between non-communicable diseases such as cardiovascular disease or lung cancer with lifestyle factors such as lack of exercise or smoking. These similarities may suggest a link or a relationship between the two. This is what we call a correlation. However, a correlation does not prove that one thing is the cause of another. Correlation is different from causation. This is a graph that shows us the average global temperature in degrees Celsius as a function of time, and we see the number of pirates in each. So for example, we see that as time passes, the average global temperature is increasing, and also the number of pirates is decreasing from 35,000 in 1820 to 17 pirates in the year 2000. This specific graph is very unscientific, and it shows us that there is a correlation between the average global temperature and the number of pirates. But this barely means anything. It's not scientific at all, and it does not imply that one causes the other. So that's why we should pay attention between correlation and causation and not fall into the trap of assuming that if two things are correlated, then one causes the other. It is useful to find correlations between lifestyle factors and particular diseases, but this is only the first step. We cannot assume that there is a causation. Doctors and scientists then need to do lots of research to discover if there is a causal mechanism. A causal mechanism explains how one factor influences the other through a biological process. If a causal mechanism can be demonstrated, then there is a link between the two. For example, there's a clear causal link between smoking tobacco and lung cancer. Anyone can get lung cancer, but smoking increases that risk because you take carcinogens into your lungs. So this is the biological mechanism that demonstrates the causation. This is a graph that shows us the average number of cigarettes smoked per person per year and the annual deaths from lung cancer in the population. So here we see, for example, in males in green, the smoking was increasing with time, and so was lung cancer in males. Also, in females, smoking was increasing from the 1920s to 1980, and so did lung cancer in females. In the UK, 86% of lung cancer cases are linked to smoking. This here is a scientific graph, and this is an established causal relationship. So what is the impact of non-communicable diseases? Every serious disease has a human impact on the individual affected as well as their family. It will often have a financial cost as well if a wage earner becomes ill and cannot work. Local communities often bear the cost of supporting people who are ill, whether formally through taxes or informally by taking care of affected families. Diseases cost nations huge sums of money, both in the expense of treating ill people and in the loss of money earned when large numbers of the population are ill. The global economy suffers too, especially when diseases affect younger, working-age populations. Non-communicable diseases affect far more people than communicable diseases, so they have the greatest effect at both human and economic levels, and that's why it's important to study these.